And that's why you have fire extinguishers, guys. Whew, that could have been close. I don't know if it's the bearing in there or what. But we're gonna keep hitting her just so she doesn't get into flames. She was in flames when we first got down here. That is scary, guys. Whew. I don't know if that hub went out or what, but we still got about half full of this bad boy. If your whole trailer goes up in flames, that is a bad day, boys and girls. So we must have had the seal go out. We didn't notice it, or the brake chamber is locking up. Whew, close call, guys. That is scary. I am shaking. Okay, what do we got going on in here? It's definitely off the hub. Cool it down, baby. Cool it down. All right. So it wasn't the tires, it was the hub. Maybe that guy was talking about it was smoking back then, but someone else just came on the radio right now and said, hey man, get that truck off the road. So we did. Let's just pray it keeps from flaming back up. And we're here if it does. This is why you have a fire extinguisher, guys, because it was, I didn't get it on film, but it was full flames. And all this wind going around it is helping that flame get going. So that's why the retardant in the fire extinguisher is very, very useful. Whew, that was close, guys. I am scared. Very, very close. We almost had our trailer go up in flames just now. I think we're okay, guys. It's not firing back up, but it was full-blown flames back here. So I stopped as quick as I could. I surged the brakes. I didn't want to bang on them, but it's not the brakes. It's inside the hub. But it was complete flames coming out of that thing, and thank God for a fire extinguisher. Whew. So now we got to get a service call here and get that hub replaced. So I just could have been a lot worse. We have paper on the trailer. Our whole trailer could have been up in smoke right now. The joys of trucking, and I did not see that anything like that from the pre-trip. There was no grease, no nothing. You can see on my inside of my axle and on my brake shoes that there's nothing. So, whew, she's still smoking. Close call. Thank God for that one. And thank God for you guys in the CD. I saw a little bit of smoke coming out of I saw like a big burst, and I saw that, and the truck next to me. And luckily, I look at my mirrors a lot. And I was like, that's not natural. It was like when you're driving in the rain and a bunch of stuff shooting out the side. I was like, okay, well, something's shooting out. And then when I started to slow, I started to see smoke. And then somebody came on the CB and said, hey, get your truck off the road. You're smoking pretty bad off that left tire. So, okay. And I come back here, and there's a ball of flame on the backside of this axle. So scary. And when the fire extinguisher, put it right out right away. But you don't want to shoot it from the inside. If this happens to you, come around the backside. Come around where the fire's started at and suffocated. So, little fire lesson 101. I've seen this happen. I've seen the whole trailers go up in flames. We caught it close enough and quick enough. God was looking over us. You can feel the heat off this thing like a barbecue. She is hot. Woo-wee. Alrighty. Well, that hub's got to be replaced. And I'm going to keep track of it for a little bit longer until it stops smoking. And then I will get on the phone and find a service call. My goodness. Thank you for the reinforcements. Whew. So it had a full-on flame.
Yeah.
I got it out luckily, but I don't want it to come back again, but I'm out.
Okay.
Thank you. I think it's going to be okay, guys. It's precautionary. But man, they got everybody out here. Thank you, anybody who made the call. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Whew. Thank God for fire extinguishers. How you doing, buddy? It was just that front one. It was full on flame, but they put it out, but it's still smoking.
Okay.
There we go. And I was close between like 2 cities, so.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, when it was all flame right here, and I was just like, shh. And I went around the back and hit it, and it stayed out, but it could have started again.
Let's give him our 1,000 gallons, and then we'll go fill it.
At least your tires stayed inflated.
Yeah,
You know, they
nothing
didn't
popped,
pop.
nothing burnt back there either. The airbag's fine, so just the hub drip, but there's no grease back there, so nothing, no seal wings.
Huh.
I don't know why it's. We'll see, but I'm gonna just do all the seals and the whole dang thing.
Ain't no telling.
So you had a motor coach yesterday?
The county did, yeah.
Just all the way down to the ground, 5 engines. And you guys were quick. By the time I hit the fire extinguisher for 5 minutes, you guys were here.
Yeah. Oh, we go.
Yeah, so thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Man,
I'm lucky it's not flaming right now.
Yeah.
I had a little flame out the front, and I hit it with the extinguisher and put it out. But
Good
man,
thing you got them extinguishers.
yeah. Whew. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Hey, no problem, man. Glad you're all right.
It's scary. I'm still kind of.
Yeah.
Thank you. You cannot count your blessings enough, guys. They were here so quick. Sure, the fire was out, but oh my goodness, that was the scariest I've been in trucking for sure. He wanted my just my insurance card and a copy of my CDL, but for his report. They said he had a motor coach yesterday right here that was 5 engines came out to try and get it out and it burnt to the ground because it had the same thing, just a hub seal go wrong. Oh my goodness, always check your mirrors, guys, because I looked and I saw a little smoke shooting off it and I saw that big burst. And it wasn't the tire, so something just went inside there, inside that hub. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna regroup, guys, and get a service call out here. And we gotta get our triangles out. My goodness. And so you have to have a set of these triangles in your truck, guys, for these situations like this. 500 feet, I think 300 feet, 100 feet. And they're pretty easy. They just pop up. And then you kind of like fold them into each other like that. And then they spin on an axis like that. And then you set them out. And that gives people a heads up to let you know that, hey, my truck is disabled. Please don't hit my truck. Okay, let's get on the phone and get a new hub. There's no oil nowhere or grease. And the brakes are released. That's crazy. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I mean, these brakes are touching, but the top ones are loose. You see that? You think it's the brakes? That's where all the smoke and flames was coming from, but that is like on it. Okay guys, so you can cage your brake chamber if that was a problem, to get the pressure off your shoes, to pull them in so you can freeze spin, but that's not our problem. This isn't the problem. I tried that and then I thought to myself, that's not it. And we realized it's not the hub itself, but what it is a spring broke or something. See, the right now the brakes are fully depressed, and this is a little bit off right now. It used to be like you couldn't see a gap right there. So there's a spring or something that broke that should retract this back up, because you can see the top is completely released. So it should have a gap like that when it's released. It does not. So something broke in here to make that touch. As you can see the rest of them. See how you should be able to see between them? Like that. You should have a gap. So they're not rubbing. This one is rubbing. So this was our problem. That rubbing over and over again, that's what heated up our drum as it started our fire, which could have put our whole trailer on fire. Just like that fireman said. So I'm gonna try and wedge this a little bit and see if I find out why it's not pulling back up, what spring broke or what's going on, but that's our problem, guys. So I don't know, because right now the brakes are released, but that bad boy is not pulling up. No matter what I do. So okay, we're gonna try adjusting them a little bit on the slack adjuster, and then we're gonna call Roadside and see if we have to replace the mechanism or something in here. That spring's still good, but something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. And I checked the S-cam, it matches the S-cam on the other side, so it's not that. But what is it? Because we almost just burnt down our whole trailer. Who knows? All right, I'm gonna play with this a little bit, guys, and then call somebody. So what I ended up doing, guys, is loosening the slack adjuster quite a bit to get a gap in there. So whatever's broken or not working right, definitely, this was just plastered against it, getting it hot. And you could feel it was hot and while it was running. So that was a close call, scary. Thank you so much for Savannah Fire Department, but we are getting our brakes all redone just to leave any kind of doubt that one of those springs in there broke or something. So, or is worn out, so the slack adjuster wasn't adjusting correctly. But close call. But when you're doing your pre-trip, make sure you can see a little line in there, like that. If it doesn't have a line, then it is rubbing, and you can almost light your whole trailer on fire, which would be a horrible day. Okay. Whew. My goodness. So we put a service request for the morning because the mechanic's gone until 7 a.m. So we can't do anything with the brakes. But something with the springs is wrong, where it's not. Maybe the springs got worn out over time. They're not pulling back and pulling the shoes off the drum. So it's just riding on the drum. And every time you touch your brakes, like I can loosen up my slack adjuster, but once you hit your brakes again, it automatically adjusts and pushes against it again. So that's why I can't go anywhere. I had another service call place from down by Savannah, but they were $600 just to come out. I still might use them, but they're busy. So if they can come out tonight before tomorrow morning, I'll go with whatever option gets it fixed quickest and gets it done right. But until then, we are in a waiting limbo. Let's get some dinner. And it was a close call tonight. I just praise God that we had a fire extinguisher. I'm going to go buy another fire extinguisher right now in Love's, maybe buy two just to have them, because that one ran out. And I appreciate them for putting some water on it just to make sure. But that was scary, guys. So we'll see what happens in the morning. Well, good morning. We had to sleep here at the good old Love's because the mechanic didn't come in until 7. So praying they can get I'm gonna get a new drum, all new brakes, new springs, and figure out what went wrong in there to make that happen, because we had 0 warning on it. That's the thing that drives me crazy. If you have some warning, you have some grease seeping out or some fluid leaking out, then you know to fix it. But we did not have that. We just had smoke and then instant fire. So prayers that they can get us worked in. They got one appointment before us, and he got here at 7. It is 7:05. I have my alarm set, so I'm just gonna kind of mosey over there and see what's going on. Okay, I waited for the truck stop to clear out a little bit. It's about 7:30 in the morning now. They said the mechanic got here at 7. There's a Jordan truck backing in, but got some open spots now out here, so I moved right across the street from the shop. Just pray they got the right brake parts to fix this thing. We need to keep rolling. So that is beautiful. You can't have much better timing. I'm walking in the door and my phone rings from Love. So he wants me to pull it right here. And there we go. It's awesome. I asked him, so I said between the cones or outside the cones? He said inside the cones so we can use the airlines. I said, okay, let's move her over. Well, while we wait for our repair, this little guy right here probably saved us about, I don't know, $60,000, $80,000. yesterday, and a nice insurance premium hike, I'm sure. So thank you so much, little guy, but we're going to replace you. Make sure you always have one in your truck, guys. Firm believer. I was before, but even more now. And just like that, the new one is in. Okay. Fire extinguishers in there. We should be next in line. So get this hub, get the drum off and see how this hub looks. See how the spindle looks, and I'll point all that stuff out to you. And just talking to the guy in here, it might have been that they didn't replace the hardware when they did the shoes, the new shoes. Because when I bought this trailer in 2019, it had brand new brakes put on it. So full shoes on it, and they had full depth on them. So I didn't think anything of it for that. I always checked to see if it was leaking in the back, but something like this can happen, and it's not. There's no way of knowing it. So that's the scary part about it. So we'll see once we get that open.
We went to the training trailer for that, so you have to take the drum brake shoes off and all that shit.
And the hub, the bearings and everything out. He's done that.
Yeah, he's done that.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay. And then the other guy that's might be coming in, he's done it before.
Yeah, Jason used to run his own shop.
Okay.
Before Lowe's was built, and then he came over here. And
All right, well,
he
he
worked
sound
with
really
them since.
good.
Huh?
He sound really
$953. That's 51008.
And see if we can find one that works. So that size. Check if you can make that. Maybe this one or this one too. Take them both.
I'll try to put it on top of it.
Yeah, that should work.
Look pretty close.
Take them both, man. See if that one works too. I got plenty.
I have to take 2 of these.
All right.
I appreciate it.
No worries, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Get out there, have fun. Try to. Good time out here. JJ, he had a W9 86-inch sleeper too, and his hub caught fire. So the hub caught fire on the truck, right?
Yeah.
So and then it burnt the frame and melted, so they totaled it out.
Yeah.
Man. And nothing you could do due to the fire extinguisher?
I tried it.
Just kept going. Yeah. Man, see, that could have been us yesterday. Damn it, man. Well, nice meeting you, brother. You like South Carolina guy too?
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we got a little lunch at Hardee's. It's cool that I had that O-ring kit. He came in and was like, hey, guys, got any O-rings? I said, I do. Always have one of those. Harbor Freight has them for like $5. Get that, keep it in your truck. And then it was awesome meeting you today, Jarvis, JJ, all you guys. Let's just pray they can get to our tire, get that drum off. Let's see what's going on in there. That's the last truck in front of mine, so hopefully we can get going on mine, because it's almost 11 a.m. now. Been here about 4 hours. So we're up next. He went and looked at it, said back it into Bay 2. I said, okay, roger that. Okay. We are Bay 2. So just my luck. I guess the big corporate guys showing up for a little inspection on this Speedco. So they're cleaning up the whole shop. And the other guy's mopping the back room. So we're going on hour 6 here this morning. But they do have it ready to get jacked up. But yeah, they're trying to clean up for the big wig. I wish the big wig was not showing up today. But hey, we'll take what we can get, right? Couple of cool looking Peterbilts, veteran carriers, and a kitty cat. All right, we're still waiting. Boss man hopefully gets his inspection done and we can get some progress done, at least get our tires off, because going on hour number 7, baby. Woo! Okay, the sign has gone up. Okay. Let's do this. Oh, they're up in the air. I like it. Let's see what we got in here.
what?
Oh, the bearing exploded.
Right. Those are the rollers. That goes
Yeah,
in the
so
bearing.
the whole bearing's gone. My goodness. It's just been rolling rollers around.
Yeah, so you don't need that.
I made the cap and,
The gasket.
yeah, the bearings and the seal on the back.
Brakes.
Yeah, all of it. So with what we just found out, with the bearing being completely gone, the tire was sitting out more. That's why the brake on the bottom was touching, but not the top. So, oh man, we're gonna try and do them all, but if we can't do them all, then we'll get one done and we'll get them all done back home. So the reason the bottom brake was touching so much is because the bearing was making the tire sit out. That's why, the whole thing. Man. So now our biggest thing is the spindle. That piece that comes off from where your mounting point is right there for your brakes. That whole thing. There. If that is okay and not damaged too much from the tire riding out like that, we'll be okay. If we need a whole new spindle, my goodness, we're gonna need either someone to weld it on or a whole new axle. So pray for us.
This is hard. This is a hard one right here.
You ever had them stuck like that before? No. Okay. And that's what we expected. That's the worst of it, guys. We can't put a new hub on, new bearings on until the whole spindle's replaced, and you have to cut it off and re-weld it on. So we're in a bad predicament because this guy that does it locally is about a week out. Well, guys, we've done some research, and that's what we got. That is not reusable. The bearings hopping around in there, which these should be in a bearing. So we need a whole new spindle. So they have to cut it off right here and re-weld it on. And this guy, luckily, a local guy to Savannah is coming out tomorrow morning. So, oh my goodness. Now we're gonna wipe all the grease off that spindle and just make sure we're gonna get a whole new hub, whole new drum, whole new brakes. That whole thing will be brand new. But we guarantee the rest of them are getting done brand new too, because I don't want that happening again. That should be a ball bearing right there. Or not a ball bearing, but a bearing. Yeah. Wow. And there's no way you can check for that, guys. There's no, unless it was leaking at the front of the back. I didn't have any grease marks anywhere. And I almost caught my whole trailer on fire. Should we only be hitting it here, or is it okay to hit it here? I don't want to mess up the surface right here. Thank you.
Now, if you're looking right here, you see that little space?
Yeah, and I got no space in the bottom.
Right.
It's like welded in.
Right.
Okay, so Kendrick and I sat here, trying to get this racer off forever. Wasn't happening. Was not happening. So Tracy's coming down. He's the guy that actually cuts them off. He said that since where it was marked up was only where it's free space, the bearings don't sit there, you would have been fine to clean it up, but that racer is welded on there from all the heat from wearing. So off to the parts store we go. So we thought the spindle was completely not usable, but after talking to Tracy, awesome guy, by the way, from Savannah, Georgia, he does only spindles, axle work. So he said, hey, what's wrong with that spindle? And I said, look at all these marks on it. He said, that's fine. Those marks are just from, it's a free space, which means there's nothing that rides on that part of it. So we could have reused it. And he's on his way now. He was supposed to come out in the morning, but I think just me talking to him. So thank you so much, Tracy. He's coming out right now to look at himself, because we sent him a picture right here of how it's kind of welded at the bottom, like just from all the heat, and how my brakes were sitting. So the spindle itself was kind of at, or the whole axle, the hub sitting on the spindle was pushed like outward, so top facing out. That's why the bottom brakes were touching, top wasn't, and because of that, it welded on that piece to the hub. So that's why we're here at the parts store. But he said you could reuse that if you can get that off, and that surface was clean, but we couldn't get that off. So that's what we were talking about. We thought it was completely unusable, but looks like it 100% is. But we're gonna get the right parts we need now. Kind of made my own parking spot because parking lot was a little bit small. So Dixie Auto Parts, that's where they go. And they said if I went and got them myself, not only would it save time, lots of time, because they're really short-handed, as you can see, it would also save me on price. So let's get over here. And they said they'd stock everything we need. So let's say hi to old Poncho up here and get in here. How you doing, buddy? have it in stock, maybe?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I need yeah, I don't know if it's part of a kit, but I need the bearings, gasket, the clip on the front, the two-piece rear seal.
You got a 2-piece rear seal?
That's what that Spindle guy said. There's a 2-piece rear seal made by Merit.
Marital?
Marital.
I don't have a Marital.
Okay, well, if you
I'm
have,
gonna have a National or something like that.
I'll take whatever you got. But he said a two-piece is what you want is better because it gives you a flat surface every time. I said, okay, well, yeah, whatever we got here.
Well, I got a couple different name brands we
Okay.
can use.
And then so everything's pretty much going. So I bring the spindle, the rear seal.
Let me ask you something.
Bearing.
So they're getting a spindle and bringing it to you?
Yeah, he's bringing it right now. He's re-welding
He's doing what?
Re-welding it on. Like cutting the old one off, put a new one on.
Okay, all right. Is the new spindle coming with the nut kit to lock
No, I
it
need the
down?
nut.
So you need the nut kit too.
And the little clip that goes in the front.
Do what now?
Well, I got the nut. The nut's fine. The nut came off, threaded out easy, but I need the little clip that goes in the front of it. They said get one of those because the bearing was splitted apart where it was ripping into it.
Give me a second. Automan's a company we buy almost all of our heavy duty shit from.
No?
99.9% of it made in China, just so you know. The hubs, I've sold hundreds of them.
Okay.
I've only had one come back to me.
Okay.
And the only reason why it come back to me because the dude that put it on,
To torque it right.
he torqued the damn spindle nut
You're
down
supposed
to
to
the point.
250, let it off, and then 150.
Well, he run it all the way down
Hard as
and
good.
dogged it down and drove it and it burned all the bearings and everything.
Ooh,
up.
that's probably what happened to mine. Whoever did mine before, because I know.
That's the first thing. Second thing, I got the bearings by themselves,
Yep.
and I'll let you eyeball these. And I do have, I'm pretty sure I got them in like a Bauer National bearing, something like that, if you'd rather have that. But
I mean, bearing's a bearing. I'm not going to tell the difference from one to the other, right?
I mean, dude, everybody's got their thought process.
Yeah. I want it to be back together and last me a couple more years. I mean, it looks like it's packed with, yeah. I mean,
It's got packing grease on it. That's what it's got. You got is yours greased or oil bath?
oil. Oh, no, grease. Grease.
You
Yeah,
grease
grease.
yours, but
Okay.
it's just got a packing grease in it. Is what it is.
Okay.
This way you ain't buying something extra and not having what,
Yeah.
because the bearing sets I sell, they come as a set, so it'll be a bearing and a race. Well, this
Okay.
hub's got the race already knocked in.
Yeah, but so the new, I need the race, I think, also.
No, but it's got new races in the hub already.
Okay. So
They're already there.
It's already there. So I just need to put the bearings in,
Grease it.
grease it, and put his gasket on the front, and the nut back on the clip.
Your grease cap on the front, is it in good shape?
No, I need that.
You need a new one of
A
them.
long time.
Long damn time.
Flux
There
capacitor.
you are. Yes, sir. Standard hub kit, and I need to get you a Captain Slappy. What are you doing?
I was putting up belts for you.
I need to go get me a set of 4707 brake shoes, sir.
4707?
Yes, sir.
That's
I see what you do.
that's the
I see what. No, I see.
The
I
drop.
Yeah, I see what you're putting that freaking cup up there, trying to tell me I can't get to it. 'Cause it's shorter than you. I see how you are.
He's waiting for your growth spurt.
That ain't happening. That shit ain't never happened, dude. I got
Dude, I just pray that the biggest thing I have a problem with is not knowing it's going to happen. Like, I didn't have no signs. That's the problem. Like, if I could. I'm just-
don't feel bad. Our battery guy, back whenever I ran CarQuest, our battery guy come and picked up a load of batteries, and he stopped in Florence and picked up a big load of batteries there,
a heavy load, huh?
and he got out of Florence and he made it halfway to Columbia when the back end of his truck burst into flames because somebody had taken two side post batteries and stacked them on the cart
And they
and
touch.
put them together, and they had enough juice to
And take them all
the
out.
plates down, and then all that shit started burning. It was home from there.
Man. As a truck driver, you're just kind of like, you want to do a pre-trip, make sure everything's right, and then stuff
gotta
like
be
this,
quick.
I got to be in my
Good.
pocket, yeah.
Hey,
I appreciate it. What was your name, man?
Andy, Wayne.
Andy? Thanks a lot, man. Thank you for your service, Justin.
Justin.
Take care, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
I tell you what, guys, you ever in Walterboro, South Carolina, the MSC area? Some good people in there. They know their stuff. They're big rig friendly. And Andy, thanks for helping us out and getting us the right parts. He was adamant about being like, I kind of know what these pictures are, but I need part numbers. So we had to call back to Love's, and I had a picture of the part number on the hub, but not the hub, but the drum, and then we needed the hub. So We got it squared away. They put the parts in the truck for me. Well, let's get back to love. Got to drive the old rig for a little bit today. 98 degrees out here. They finally redid this exit ramp here. It's nice and easy now, but we got to get down there. Well, no, I'm thinking of a different Loves. And I don't know if we're going to be staying here again today. That depends on if Marty could get it done for the spindle, or if he had a different thing in mind on how to get that race off. That little piece of metal that was stuck. Looks like it was welded on, so we're going to find out in a second, but at least we have every single part we need to put the whole hub back together with brand new brakes. So we got all that. It's a bouncy off ramp. Boom, boom, boom. We're behind somebody pulling some beams. And I don't know what time the mechanics go home either. I can put it back together myself. I just need a torque wrench for the nut on the end, but I need the grease gun and all that stuff. Look at this guy right here. That's a nice truck. It's a diesel. He was just pushing it. Heck yeah. There you go. Old Ford with a... I wonder if we put a Power Stroke in there or if we put a Cummins in there. Who knows? Maybe a Duramax. Duramax and Ford, probably not likely, but maybe a Cummins. All right, Ram, what are you doing? Are you going that way? I'm going this way. Yeah, but he hit the throttle right in front of the truck stop, and you can see all the coal coming out of the exhaust pipe. Rolling coal. All right, Loves, what do we got? Besides 554 fuel. I don't mind if I just sleep here again tonight, but I'd like to get my trailer in a spot before it gets too late today, because last night it was super full. I was parked down there on the street. A couple guys parked behind me. It looks like it. I mean, it's already filling up. It's 4:45 right now. Okay, let's see if we can sneak back over where the trailer's at. We got an open lane here so we can pull through. This traffic comes from the other way. Yeah, it's already filling up. Yeah, there's already trucks parked in that little area over there. See straight ahead, those trucks parked to that blue Cascadia and the white one. That is not parking for the one on the far left. They just parked there. What are you doing there? Oversized? You're going straight back, so I'm gonna cut over here. Somebody else has a reefer trailer in there now too. And it looks like JJ, you're out of here, man. I'm sorry I didn't get to say goodbye to you, brother. It was nice meeting you today. He was the guy that showed us that he lost a hub on his Kenworth. The whole thing burnt up. It's so crazy. I wish there was a way to gauge this. I guess just get them changed out, you know. I also think it's because it's on the your trailer has a rear axle and a front axle. The front axle takes more lateral movement when you're doing a harsh turn, like a big U-turn. That hub is getting kind of axised on it. It's getting spun around, so that might be a reason for like pushing it side to side for the bearings. I don't know what the reason is, but whatever it was, it took it out. We have our parts, $651 in parts. Let's get them over there.
Nope, not yet.
Upper radiator. Do you have coolant? I'll go look at it. I rebuilt my whole motor with my own two hands, so I can put a couple of those on.
Feel like doing it?
I don't care. I'm gonna be here till tomorrow anyways, waiting.
Yes. Just some brushes.
Okay. What, the white right here? International? All right. Yeah, you're leaking somewhere.
Well, it's up front. It's up front.
Okay.
Oh, it's that Max Force.
Max Force, yeah. So when it was hot, you see it leaking right here?
Right there.
Or on that side, just right there?
Yeah. I don't know if you can splice that fucking hose and...
Got this many hoses in it.
So we tightened up this hose right here. It was a little bit loose.
Yeah.
But we'll see. See what she does. Let her get hot again. He put some more coolant in there. See what she does. Old Max Force, baby. All right, all right. Get that thing going, man. Hopefully that was it.
Yeah.
Did you do the bumper and all that stuff yourself? Customize it?
No, that was after somebody else. When I got the truck, it already had the bumper and the visor.
Nice.
I just spent 700, but it was fine.
700?
I had to get wiring on this done.
Damn. Awesome. I see how much room it has. That is awesome.
We got a cat in there right now.
I see him. Meow. Yeah, see that swivel seat. That swivel seat's priceless, dude.
Huh?
That swivel seat is priceless, man.
Good, I love the damn.
Yeah.
Look how much space is under here.
Oh yeah, all the way through. Yeah.
10-inch subwoofer.
There you go. It's beautiful, man. I never knew you could open these right here.
Yeah.
I found that out today.
Really?
The guy was showing in my truck, and he's like, yeah. I was like, I'll get that open for you. He's like, click. I'm like, what in the world? Well, guys, that is a wrap. We have the spindle guy coming tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. to cut that one off and weld the new one on. So all of our parts are there, ready to go back on. 2-piece seal, some grease, hub, everything, new bearings. So I hope this helps somebody out there that is just wondering, like, what could I have done to prevent this? There's not much. You can't see. You can just pull off your caps to your hubs and see if you got your bearings falling apart, I guess. But it happened, and we were very blessed not to go up in smoke that day. So we're gonna get out of here, see if we got some way to get the trailer out of here, because they close their doors at 11. But with it on jack stands, I don't know what their course of action will be. I'll stay hooked up to it, be a watchdog. They do have cameras, so should be okay. But we'll get back at it at 8 a.m. tomorrow with Marty, get that spindle cut off and weld on a new one. But that's quite the project, and you better believe we're getting the other 3 done when we get back to Greenville. But as for now, let's go check back in with her and see what she wants us to do. And God bless you guys, and I will see you on the next one, hopefully, with the trailer rolling again. He'll be here 8 a.m. So I misunderstood him. He's not coming until 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So.
Damn.
I know. That's why I was like, I don't know if we can chain up the axle and I can move it out, or because he said all he needs is 110 volts, so he just needs a power cord and he can do what he does. 8 a.m. Yeah, coming from Savannah tomorrow morning. Only 2 dudes this morning.
We only have 4 people.
They had to keep coming up here and helping people, and then go work, come up, help people go work. I'm like, man. Well, I hope that fixes that guy's coolant leak, and that's a really sweet 990, man. That's pretty cool. That swivel seat on the passenger side is awesome, and hide your cat. Poor girl, she's by herself in here, guys. The Loves, they don't have any mechanics after 5 o'clock, and they get here at 7 o'clock, and they fill up quickly. So know that if you're rolling by, they just don't have anybody to work. They have 4 people to work there in that whole shop. So hope that coolant leak is working for him. I'm gonna go check on him in a second. And then she said, can you please go get me a Gatorade? I said, I'll buy you whatever you want. You're working really hard. And so get her a Gatorade, and I'm gonna get her some pineapples. She wanted a fruit cup. But yeah, hope that guy's cool with me. Hopefully we saved him about 5 hours waiting for his truck to get fixed on that match force. And that's it. That's the end of the video. God bless you, and I will see you tomorrow. And there he goes. He rolled the window down. I said, are you good? He said, yep. Awesome, man. Glad we could help him get it back on the road. All right. Let's get her Gatorades. She's working hard. See you later, guys.